everybody. I'm Ali Cattail, the author of The Fauna and the Flora, and welcome to the Restless Readalong. We are going to be discussing Act 1 of the book, which is chapters 1 through 10, the prologue opening through the view, which is one of my favorite chapters in the book. Victor and Grace and a storm of crows. Oh, I bet you never thought that flying could be so sensual. Grace went all the way to the clouds and back. Hell, she is the clouds. Oh, welcome to the Restless Forest. The view, that chapter 10 is the climax, one might say, of Act 1 of the book, and it is just so beautiful. It just really represents Grace throwing caution to the wind, literally, and giving herself a chance to experience a life that is a little less predictable. I always say that The Fauna and the Flora is a story about the death and resurrection of Victor Newmouse, but in a much more meaningful way. I think that The Fauna and the Flora is the story of Grace, because Grace is the audience surrogate. You know, she's the every woman, the every mouse, the every doe. She, in a way, is entering into this crazy world in the same place that we are. You know, she is perplexed by the idea that a mouse could fly on a bird, just as perhaps we were a little perplexed by this idea. But I love being able to connect with Grace, and it's so easy to connect with Grace. She is someone who has lived a life of structure, of planning. She has had to live that way. She has also lived a life of this inherited responsibility from her family. And now here, Victor comes into her world, and he really challenges that. And it's a challenge that she chooses, you know, and she makes the choice to take flight with him, and we'll just see where those choices lead her. Victor Newmouse. Oh, whoever would have thought that a mouse could become the king of the forest? But now he's dead. And we, the reader, are getting to really feel his transformation in real time. Victor is used to calling the shots from his office, high atop the tallest tree in Chenoa City. But now he's digging fence posts, and he's enjoying it. Victor is actually moving in the opposite way of Grace. He's going in the opposite direction. He wants less, while she wants more. Power. Power is a major theme of the book. Power. Only a few have it, and everyone else wants to get it. JackRabbitt wants to get it. But Kathra's got it. JackRabbitt's got a takeover plan. He's got a takeover plan, though. And he's got a fantastic partner in crime in his brother William, and I am sure that it won't backfire on them. Love. Love is a major theme throughout the book, and it is very present in all forms right in Act 1. Mikki loves Victor, and she's mourning him. But JackRabbitt hates Victor. JackRabbitt hates Victor but loves Mikki, and he has to reconcile those two emotions. He also knows that he's responsible for driving Victor away. So JackRabbitt knows that he's responsible for Mikki's pain. And not only for her pain, but for her deep depression that she's fallen into and her alcoholism. And he really has to live with that. I hurt you, but I love you, and I would do it all again. It's so deep. Identity is another really important theme in the book that is very present here in Act 1. Victor is operating under a false identity. Grace's identity is defined by her parents, I think. Her story really is heartbreaking that she tells there in the rocking chair. And Mikki doesn't even know what her identity is anymore. She knows what her identity was, but she can't figure that out now in a post-Victor world. She needs a little help with that. Friendship is another major theme. Mikki and Kathra's friendship, I love them. I love their scene in the rose garden and on the walk to the crow house and at the crow house. Kathra is the wise old owl that everyone needs in their life. You know, she is frank. She is direct, but she's not hurtful. You know, she's someone who's going to tell you the truth. And I think Kathra sees that Mikki is hurting, and she wants to fix it. Kathra is just great because Kathra is some owl who knows exactly what she wants at all times, and 9 times out of 10, she's probably going to get it. Rebellion. Ugh. Victoria is a teenage nightmare. But in the most interesting of ways, her hair, every flip and fluff is a different sculpture. Isn't she just fabulous and interesting? But yet, you know, a terror, a nightmare. You know, she's going through her own grief. Her father is dead. Her mother has plunged into this deep depression, and she's just graduated high school. This is a time when her world should be wide open to her, and instead she's dealing with this intense grief and not quite knowing where to put it. And so she's taking it out on her mother. Ooh, have any of us ever been on the receiving end of either of that part of the spectrum? She's taking it out on her mother, taking her father's death out on her mother, not out of justification, but out of raw emotion. Just, I feel this and I don't know where else to put it. F and F is full of raw emotion. It is embedded right into the bones of this story. This is a strongly character-driven story. I mean, there will be 15 more characters by the time we're done. No joke. We're gonna meet some animals, some creatures here. But we have really spent all of Act 1 just getting to know mostly these 5. Victor, Grace, JackRabbitt, Kathra, and Mikki, 6, Victoria. We've really concentrated these first 10 chapters on just getting to know the fauna. But the flora. Oh, the flora is so magnificent. The Restless Forest, our beautiful stages of Southbrook and Chenoa City. They're so different. Southbrook is so quaint. It's so rural. A tree stump or a pumpkin becomes your house. There's an acorn bell on the grocery store door. Anyone who's ever lived or spent any real time in a small town can feel Southbrook, can even imagine it, can smell it. Grace is cooking the fresh bread at the grocery store. It's so sensory. It's so slow and sensory. And then there's the mysterious forest metropolis of Chenoa City, where the trees are the skyscrapers. But Mikki still also lives in a hollowed log home at the ranch, and there's the open air aviary of the Crow House. We have really got a sense of the world within this Act 1. We have spent time in the rose garden, in a pumpkin field, in the farmhouse, in a glass chamber on top of a tree. But we've also been to the dark outer forest, standing over a dead body. The landscape of this world is so vast and so varied, and it really only grows more and more. I hope you join me next week for our chat about Act 2. That will be commercial break number 1, then chapters 18 through 19, Chabot Cosmetics through Bridges Burn. Ooh. We're getting good. Hey, if you have already finished the book, please consider leaving an Amazon review. Your words about the book, your support are what really will help this story thrive and continue. And also your participation, your comments, that means, it would mean so much to me if you would leave a comment about the story. Tell me what it made you think. Tell me what it made you feel. I really can't wait to hear what you all have to say. Do you have a favorite character so far? Do you have a least favorite character so far? Would you rather live in Southbrook or Chenoa City? Ooh, those are some great questions, and I look forward to reading your answers and chatting with you again next time. Thank you. Bye.